Did you know that 1 in 6 people worldwide experience infertility? That's more than diabetes, more than asthma, but we barely talk about it. That is 1 in 6. Think about your last dinner with friends, or a group chat, or even just a stroll through the grocery store. Chances are someone there is silently carrying the weight of trying to conceive and not succeeding. And if you are one of them, chances are you've already blamed yourself, Googled symptoms late at night, and wondered silently, what's wrong with me? But what does infertility really mean? Hi, I'm Eva. I'm not a doctor, nor a fertility specialist. I'm a life coach talking about infertility and living through it. And with my partner, we created this channel to bring you information, support, and truth because we know what it feels like. If this speaks to you or someone you love, hit subscribe. We're building a space for real talk, real facts, and real support around fertility. So, back to the topic. What does infertility really mean? Is it just a diagnosis, a number on a chart, a word your doctor says when up when time's up on trying naturally? Or is it something deeper? In this series, we're going to unpack what infertility really is, beyond the outdated definitions, beyond the shame. So you ask impatiently, what is infertility? Medically, it's defined as the inability to conceive after 12 months of regular unprotected sex. And if you're over 35, it's 6 months. 6 months. And yes, it's not as easy to get pregnant as they taught us in sex ed. And it's not just getting drunk and do it. But that's just a technical, clinical definition. The real meaning of infertility, the lived experience, goes beyond that. Infertility is when your private life, your most intimate, tender, vulnerable moments become medical procedures, schedules, and public conversations. It's tracking your ovulation like it's a job. It means planning your sex life around a test strip and fertility windows. It's chasing your partner to do it now, right now, because the app says you are fertile and you're killing the mood with it. It means trying not to cry every time your period shows up. And that's not because of pain. It's being poked, scanned, blood drawn, hormones injected, all while showing up at work like nothing is happening. And sometimes you have to tell your boss why you're taking time off. Maybe because your embryo transfer is scheduled or because you're bleeding after a chemical pregnancy. Just so you know, that's a technical name for miscarriage. It's exhausting, isn't it? And if you're doing IVF or any kind of treatment, suddenly your private life becomes public. You're having to explain why you didn't get enough eggs or failed transfers to people who barely understand the process or even the basics of trying to conceive. Most people don't announce when they've had sex while trying for a baby. But when you're dealing with infertility, your whole reproductive life becomes a topic of conversation, even when you'd rather keep it private. And yet, people around you keep saying, just relax and it will happen. Have you ever felt like screaming when you hear that? And here's something we need to say out loud. Infertility is not just a women's issue. It's not just women's issue. According to the World Health Organization, in couples facing infertility, about a third of the cases are related to male factors, a third to female factors, and the rest is either mixed or unexplained. But socially and emotionally, it often lands harder on the women. Women are the ones asked, when are you having kids? They're the ones who go through most of the testing, the injections, the procedures. Even when the issue isn't theirs, their body still takes the hit. So I will say that again. So many of us think of infertility as a women's issue, but it is not. Male factor infertility plays a role in nearly half of all cases. Still, it's often women who carry the emotional, physical, and social burden and the blame. Let's talk about King Henry VIII of England, right? And just to emphasize how common this is, again, this is 1 in 6 people. That means when you are sitting at a dinner table with 5 friends, chances are one of you is dealing with this right now. Maybe it's your coworker who skips baby showers. Maybe your cousin who says they're just not ready. Your friend who never really talks about it, but you sense something's there. Infertility is everywhere. We just don't always see it. Welcome to the Invisible Ailments Club, right? And while some countries offer healthcare support, others don't. Or if it covers part of the journey, or if your numbers are guaranteed success. Well, if they don't waste your time and you become a low probability of success and you're kicked out. We have some experiences with NHS like that. Even in places with public healthcare, fertility treatments are often excluded or limited. So, yes, the cost of trying financially, emotionally, spiritually adds up fast. And for some, faith adds up another layer. Whether it's hope, guilt, pressure, or guidance, spiritually often weaves through this experience, and each story is different, completely different. All in all, infertility isn't just a medical condition, it's a personal, emotional, and sometimes even spiritual experience. It affects how you see your body, your relationship, your future. It challenges your patience, your hope, and in many cases, your faith. For some, it raises quite questions like, why me? Or is this part of a bigger plan? Whether you're spiritual, religious, or not, or maybe just searching for meaning in all this. Infertility can shake your beliefs or deepen them. And that's something few people talk about out loud. So hopefully by now you know what is infertility. Its real meaning, not the technical term. That is not just a word on a medical file. It's a life paused, a being on a limbo, a dream delayed, a hope that keeps coming and crashing. You might not be going through this yourself, but someone you love probably is. And they might not be telling you because infertility can feel like failure, shame, fear, and grief. And the silence around the topic hurts, really hurts. It hurts because it makes people feel alone in something that's incredibly common. It hurts because it makes you carry something heavy without words to explain it. But here's the thing, the more we talk about it, the more we break that silence. The more we understand it, the more we stop blaming ourselves. That's why this series exists. And this series is specially curated to answer your questions on infertility, from the basic to the nitty gritty of it, while bringing some nuggets to make your journey easier and hopefully shorter and successful. In this next video, we're going to start breaking it down. We're going to talk more about male infertility, because this journey isn't just about ovaries and eggs, it's also about sperm, lifestyle, and the silent side of the story that needs more light. We'll follow up with what actually causes infertility, which it's not just age or stress. But those things get blamed a lot, and sometimes it is. We'll talk about the real medical causes, the myths that need to be dispelled, and the questions you should be asking if you're trying to understand your own fertility. If you've ever wondered why infertility happens or how to support someone going through it, keep watching. And if you don't want to miss it, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We're just getting started, and I don't want you to walk this path alone. So stick with me. We're just getting started.